Face to Face is brought to you by Telkom, always in touch with tomorrow's business leaders.
In the studio with me this evening is Vinny Lingham from Incubator. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you, Rowan.
What is Incubator all about?
Well, Incubator is an online marketing business, and we've established ourselves in Cape Town, but we have a client base around the world. We've been in business for about 3.5 years already, and we have clients in pretty much about 12 countries around the world.
Give me an example of what you do.
Well, we basically place ads on the search engines like Google, Yahoo, MSN, and Ask Jeeves. And what we do is we place the advertising on behalf of clients, and we assist them in acquiring customers who are looking for their products or services through the internet.
How long have you been in operation, Vinny?
Well, we started off in about 3.5 years ago, in 2003.
And how many people do you employ today? Has it grown exponentially?
Sure. We employ today about 50 people, and it's grown exponentially. It started off as myself, and then some friends joined, and we built the business from there. So it went from about 4 people in 3 years to about 50.
And an international client base?
Yeah, we have more clients outside South Africa than in South Africa. We only have about 3 clients locally.
Now, how have you managed to put that in position? I mean, did you market yourselves in the international arena?
Well, we saw an opportunity to market internationally, and we thought this is a global thing. The internet is boundaryless. So we went with the approach that we would market our product to companies who were advanced enough to understand what it was, which was tended to be outside South Africa, unfortunately, given the status of our internet infrastructure. And from there, we basically built a strong reputation, and we won a couple of awards internationally, and we built up our base over there.
You mentioned awards. You've also just won the Minister of Science and Technology's Award for Small Enterprises in South Africa, in the technology excellence space. How do you feel about that?
That was a fantastic award. We were ecstatic. The whole company is, we had a great time last night celebrating, and today it's it's a big award for us. We're very excited to win it, and we're looking forward to what we can do in the South African space going forward.
Are you excited about government's endorsement in the technology arena?
Absolutely. I mean, we need to transform South Africa into a knowledge-based economy. We need to do it a lot faster than we're doing it right now, but government's endorsements are definitely helping. And
where do you see Incubator going?
Well, I see us investing more and more in the online space. We want to leverage the internet for pretty much any type of online business, whether it's the travel companies or financial services, and we definitely see moving into the local space more than international, because there's a huge opportunity now as ADSL becomes available and 2010 approaches, and we're looking for international visitors coming to South Africa.
So you see 2010 as an enormous catalyst for your business?
Absolutely, definitely for the travel industry. I mean, one of our biggest strengths is travel. We generate about R500 million in sales for our clients in the UK. We're one of the largest travel search providers, and we want to use that experience locally to bring travel traffic to South Africa. As
founder of this company, were you not quite wary of the internet arena following the the burst of the dot-com bubble?
Well, I've been working in that industry, and I saw that there was obviously a misconception about the potential, in the short term of the internet, but the long term, the fundamentals are still there. So no, I didn't. I actually saw that there was a huge opportunity, because the focus had then gone to other areas of industry. For example, I knew people who left their teacher positions to become internet experts, and they went back to teaching afterwards. So it actually, it was a good thing, because it sort of filtered out the people who weren't passionate about the internet.
You are based in Cape Town. Now, you say most of your clients are international, but what about expanding your client base in South Africa?
That's very, very important for us. We just took a strategic stake in a company called Quirk in Cape Town. They've got about 35 people, and together we're going to try and tackle the local space and build up both expertise from our employee base, but also from educating the market about what they need to do in order to build websites which are efficient when it comes to search engines, which unfortunately up to now it hasn't been done. And that's mainly because South African companies have taken the view that their IT departments own their website. Well, I hate to break it to them, but the website's a marketing channel, and you need marketers and technologists working together to make sure that it's efficient.
Is South Africa behind the rest of the world when it comes to websites?
Absolutely. Probably between 3 and 5 years.
Between 3 and 5 years?
Absolutely.
And do you see us catching up?
Catching up.
What is it going to take for us to get right up there?
Well, we've already seen a spate of small competitors starting up, which we're very glad to see because they're going into the market now and they're really educating and growing the economy. I see a lot of the traditional web development companies sort of learning about the internet, traveling abroad. We've sent about 20 of our staff overseas to conferences to get educated on what's happening in the international space, as well as being educated locally by experts that have been brought in. And we see that needs to happen, not just inside our company, but broadly across the country.
Now, you mentioned you recently made an acquisition. Do you see yourself growing further via acquisitions, or are you going to see quite a lot of organic growth?
Okay, well, there wasn't a total acquisition; it was a partial. It was acquisition of a stake, actually, 25% stake. Yeah, we see ourselves growing in South Africa, mainly through organic growth, but potentially, definitely some very big joint venture partnerships with media companies in this country.
Vinny Lingham, Incubator, thank you so much for joining us.
Great, thank you very much, Marwan.
Face to Face was brought to you by Telkom. Always in touch with tomorrow's business leaders.